Hello everybody, my name is Luchara, and this is me at Games Tycoon 2. Another episode of my Let's Play. We are currently working on a industrialization slash factory strategy game called Satisfactorio. It's done. We are just doing a pre-release for the press, and then once that's done, we get the result. We'll be able to ship that out. So I was thinking long term, we have 5.5 million. Should I save up for console development research, which costs 10 million? But we don't have room for console development room at this point. So we might as well just go ahead and buy this. It's 2 million, gives us an extra 161 square meters. Do we want to put, let's put a lounge and toilets in here. I was thinking about, that's not what we want. Thinking about skipping the lounge and toilets in this room. Like, you don't need one in every room or every building, right? But it's nice. Like, but this one, they're close to here. They could run over there, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put one in. Well, like I said, long term, at some point, maybe we don't. Maybe we take these out eventually, right? Both of those are possible. For now, though, we're gonna keep doing it. So, what else are we gonna do with this space? It's a lot of space. So, first thing I'm gonna do is a second development room. How big do I want this to be? This is going to be a bit of an odd-shaped room. We need a hallway. That's probably plenty big for what I'm going to be using it for. How many desks do we got in here? 12, so it's about the same as this one. Maybe I should go bigger. Yeah, let's go a bit bigger. So this will be our main development room. How many desks does this add? 3. I kind of want... You know what? That's just going to have to be good enough for now. I mean, it's more than 13, right? It's 15. And I'm pretty sure I could fit an extra desk in there if I move some stuff around quite easily. So let's add one more desk in here, hopefully. Might have to move that heater. No, I got to move this coffee maker thing. Now I should be able to fit an extra desk, hopefully. There we go. All right, so 16. So we can expand this team a little bit. So once they're done, we'll move them out, and we're going to try to get a second development team in here. And the reason I want a second development team is the main development team will just make game after game after game. While the secondary team, they can update engines, they can do game updates, they can do contract work, they can make paid add-ons. Somebody mentioned in the comments last video that paid add-ons are a great way to help develop IP value. So I'm going to try that today. But I like having a second development team for paid add-ons. I mean, I can do it with the main team, but I think I'd rather do it with the secondary team. All right, so pre-release and press has gone through successfully. So let's finish development. 60 to 80. Hopefully it's closer to 80. We will see. It might even be over 80. Sometimes the estimate's off. 79. I'm okay with 79. Obviously, I prefer over 80. Well, I mean, I prefer over 90, but take what I can get at this point, right? So let's take these folks, move them over here. Now we need to fill this room with some people. Actually, wasn't one of these people good at engines? Yes. So you are going to go in the secondary development room for sure. All right. So let's see what's out there. We need some game designers, and we need some programmers. Lucky, you're hired. What's out there for programmers? There's 4 of them. Good at engines, all-rounder, but causes a lot of bugs. I'm okay with that. Causes a lot of bugs. And is greedy. That's a pass for me. So 5 people's enough to get started. So we can start banging out this commission work, first of all. That's a lot of commission work that needs to be done. All right, and now with our main team, we can immediately start into a new game. All right, research team is also not occupied right now. Grab the action genre because it'll be completely unsaturated, right? So that'll be the space we want to jump into probably. What kind of game do we want to make next? Problem is almost everything is really saturated right now because there's not enough genres. But I'm going to say a role-playing game is the way to go for us probably. So we can do another edition of the second/first fantasy series, right? let's just make sure, is my engine up to date for RPGs? Let's double check first. It is. Okay, so that's good to go. So we can jump right in to a sequel to Second Fantasy. So this, of course, will be, you guessed it, Third Fantasy. Eventually, we will make the Final Fantasy. Maybe. We will see. Time will tell. All right, Katari, Tapple, Pete, and the Astro Arcade. Basically, until the NES comes out, we're just going to be making games for these three. Or four, sorry. Clearly, there's four there, Luch. All right, so that needs to go up. This needs to come down. This needs to come down. Hey, look at that. We got them locked in. And that probably needs to go that way. Let's turn this way up. Turn this down. Turn this way down. So now we have the sound team, right? Let's actually go like that. Gameplay is important, actually. Let's go. I don't know. We want tech points because we don't generate tech points from a specialized room, right? Oh, 11 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, our first B+ game. Okay, and that's fine. It's more expensive. It's going to take longer to make, but it should be a good game. There's a lot of features, 2 of which are green. So RPGs just got a lot easier to make good RPGs for. Because side quests, important. Character progression, very important. Well, the same amount of important as side quests. They're both more important than everything else. So let's go. I have not spent... Oh. Wait. Oh, right here. I thought I had everything locked in. Clearly, I did not. Right on the ball, I am. All right, so improve gameplay. We're going all out. We're spending a lot of money. It's going to cost me a lot to make this game. Except sound. We're going to cut costs on sound because sound's not near as important as the other things. And what's it at for marketing? It's at 35. So let's just employee search here. Let's try to bring in some more game designers. We'll go look for some efficient game designers of the skilled worker variety to try to help fill out this room a little better. All right, and we're ready to let her rip here, I think. So yeah, this game's going to cost considerably more than our other games, but we're always profitable. Every game we made, I think, maybe not the first couple, but every game we made for a while was profitable, including the one that was considered a commercial failure, right? Oh, All-Rounder is good, but Unlucky isn't. I mean, efficient and All-Rounder, it's hard to pass that up. I do dislike Unlucky, though. Yeah, we'll see if that was the right move. It may not have been. All right, and actually, let's see if we can get some more office worker types. So we can just leave, so we don't have to swap people back and forth. There are things we can do with them if the support queue is empty. All right, so a lot of high scores here, 70 to 90 already, and that's with bugs. There's still some polishing to be done, right? So I'm expecting this to be really close to a 90 by the time it's done. All right, so that's enough game designers in there. Let's do special marketing for Third Fantasy. Release a beta demo, and we will also release a pre-release for the press. And what's those? Oh yeah, 80 to 100. That's what we were hoping to see. That's what we were hoping to see. Beautiful. This will be good. This will be over 90, which is good because we spent a lot of money on it, right? All right, so let's stop automating those. Let's get them to do a couple game updates instead. So I have 4 million, so I want to save. I want 10 million for console development. I mean, I don't need size A yet. I don't have room. I don't have the space for self-production yet. I don't think I'm going to do the workshop this time. I think I'm just going to skip that. I'm going to skip arcade cabinets. I did a few last run. They're kind of a pain. They're not worth it, in my opinion. If you want to see arcade cabinets. I'll put a link to my last Let's Play in the description, and you can check that out. All right, so this is good to go. Let's finish development. Hand over to Tadu. We are pros at role-playing games now. We are pros at primitive 2D block graphics. That's good. Of course, primitive 2D block graphics will be obsolete soon, I'm sure. That's the general rule with graphics engine features. As soon as you're 5 stars in it, you can expect a new one to come. All right, so 93%. Needed more gameplay points, actually. Interesting. Gameplay, man, it's just the perfect balancing act. You can play for 5 minutes or 15 hours. Oh, come on, what kind of RPG can you only play for 5 minutes? Right? All right, so let's actually do a paid add-on for... We will do one for Third Fantasy. Just trying to build up some IP value. Cyberstalkers 3 paid add-on. We're going to do this with our main team. I know I said I was going to do it with my other team, but right now... So cyberspace and cyberpunk. So we will call this punks. Simple, yet elegant. Throw side quests in there. Sure. And we can bug fix as we go. We can polish with this bunch. We can polish with this bunch. Just my second development team is too busy right now to do the add-on, basically. And let's do one marketing campaign for that. It's at 23. But we can do one radio spot. That'll get it to 38, right? Which is a good spot. All right, so the customer support queue is empty. So let's get them to do a fan campaign. I have 21,000 fans, so bringing in an extra 1,000. I mean, this costs 100,000, but I feel like it's worth it. I could do the game. You know what? Let's do the games convention. It's 200K, which is a lot of money, but 2,000 fans when you only have 21,000, that's a lot. And fans are important. That's kind of like something that I feel like people don't realize is how important fans are. So let's do Ghost Eater. Yeah, we got multiple games that need updates here. Oh, wow, this is like ready to go already. I forgot how fast it is to make add-ons. All right, so let's do special marketing for it. Do a beta demo, pre-release for the press, get these bugs out, then we will ship it. The beta demo did not get a lot of traction. Did not do much. All right. That is okay, though. Satisfactorio. And we will do one for Third Fantasy as well. Sales are good. Money's rolling in. Oh, wow. Third Fantasy is selling extremely well. Like, chef's kiss. Like, extremely well levels. That's good. All right. I'd also like to get a few more people in my QA room if possible. There's one game tester out there. Yeah, immunocompromised isn't a great trait, but obviously, I mean, it's a negative trait. Obviously, it's not great. But we can live with it. We can live with it. I guess I can hire some game testers or search for some game testers. Efficient. Lucky. Let's go lucky. See if we can get a couple more game testers. And this is ready to ship. Give add-on to publisher. That cost quite a bit to make. So did Third Fantasy. Third Fantasy will be fine. Third Fantasy cost a lot to make. So it was size A. Middle is upset that we not go with them. But we have an exclusive contract for another 39 weeks. So sorry, Middle. It is what it is. Hey, 91%. Beautiful. Love to see it. All right, so I don't think add-ons count for, like, making board fans. So we can do adventure here. Or, sorry, we can do skill. We can do adventure, which we haven't done in a while. It's pretty saturated. We can do action. I mean, it's not popular, but there's literally no action games out there. And in my opinion, it's always good to make at least one of a new genre, right? Because for the achievement, which we haven't really talked about in this run, but I've talked about in past runs, but I'll only briefly touch on it here. I don't want to go into it too much, which is, I'll be honest, it's something I've been struggling with. Like, in case this is people's first experience with this game, I'm trying to really explain what I'm doing, but the people that have seen me play this, you know, multiple times are probably like, yeah, Luch, we know. You talk about this all the time. So I apologize if, you know, if I'm swinging too far one way or the other. So these achievements. For every genre, there's an achievement for creating one with a rating of at least 70%. And we're at the point now where we should be getting 70%, even though it's the first one. So like this one, 1% extra games and consoles sold, or games, PC and console games. Sorry, it's just games, not consoles. And I know 1% isn't a lot, but they start adding up, right? As you get a couple of them, extra consoles, extra add-ons, fans, training speed, work rate. You get the idea, right? You want to get those. Like we already have, mobile games sold. We're not going to be making any mobile games for a while. We're not going to make any arcade machines, but still, it's still important to get those. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's do a game report here since this bunch is not doing anything right now. No commission work here. No commission work here. Do I want to leave? I think I'm going to leave this empty space for a console development team. I don't want to have to unlock a new building to have a console team because, I mean, obviously these big ones are extremely expensive and way beyond our means. This one's 9. So, but I mean, it's $10 million to unlock consoles, and then you got to pay to unlock the console features, and then another $10 million. That's just too much. That's just too much. Oh, and hey, if you're enjoying this series, if you're enjoying this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Helps me out a lot as a small YouTuber. All right, so action game incoming. Problem is, I don't remember where the sliders are supposed to go for an action game off the top of my head. But we'll try to figure it out. So we'll go airplanes, and we'll call this. Do we have World Wars unlocked? We do. So we'll call this biplane battle. Hey, that's an actual new title. It's not just one that I reused for one of my other runs. That's way to go, Luch. Good job. All right, Action Engine, Qatari, Tapple, Pete, Astro. Yeah, like I said, there's no point in even checking this till the NES comes out, which doesn't come out for a while. A long while. Like 85, I think. All right, so I'm going to say story, character design, probably not important. Level design, mission design probably are important. Probably violent. Just going to turn the tech points up a bit, turn down everything else a little bit. These ones, though, yeah, I'm really not sure, so I'm just going to leave them. But here's the thing about action games. Green, 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 green. Like, so we're going to make this B. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm going to cut one feature. I'm not going to make this B+. I'm going to cut password saves out just to make it fit. It's our first one. We don't need to spend an extra $200,000. It'll be over 70%, I'm pretty sure, even as is, even with not knowing where the sliders are supposed to go. But I'm pretty sure the changes I did make to the sliders were correct, right? Like, but since we didn't spend money in that other place, like to make it AA, we're gonna spend money here. We're gonna market it because we didn't find any game testers, did we? All right, so free update for let's do a free update for the paid update. All right, let's market this a little bit. Where are you at? Biplane battle. Let's do posters. So, like, posters 3 times or radio has the same effect. The posters 3 times costs like half as much as radio once, right? So that's why I'm doing it like that, in case anybody was curious. So is there any other research coming through lately? All right, so let's do mission work or update engines. I feel like my engines are mostly up to date. Probably not the adventure engine though. Well, the adventure engine's definitely not up to date. So let's update that in case we want to use that for our next game, which is something we were thinking about that, right? So let's just do one game magazine, get it up to 25 hype, and then we will switch over to the pre-release special marketing stuff. 60 to 80, which means it's mostly going to be over 70. We still got bugs to work out. So yeah, this is going to be probably, I'm going to say low 80s by the time it's done, is my guess. But I could certainly be wrong. All right, so we're not ready for console development yet. I'm not going to do anything else here. So back to topics. It's good to check every so often, though, just to make sure you're not missing out on like an engine feature or something that's more important, right? So biplane battle, beta demo. I do need a bigger marketing team as well. But yeah, it's tough, right? I want to save the space for console development, right? Is that the right call? Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm gonna do another Third Fantasy. Ooh, no, let's do another Ghost Eater update first. Ghost Eater's doing pretty well. Satisfactorio is a little disappointing, but it wasn't even 80%, so that kind of makes sense, right? Third Fantasy, on the other hand, is kind of killing it. It's getting some IP value as well. But yeah, Cyberstalkers is up to 1.4 IP value already, which is pretty good, I think, for this early in the game. It's not even the 80s yet. I mean, it's really close, but it's not quite there yet. Did we win anything? Well, I'm going to take at least partial credit for Tycoon being Publisher of the Year since they published all my games, right? I'm taking partial credit. It is what it is. It's mine. I'm taking it. And maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I said high 80 or low 80s, but maybe it's only going to be high 70s. It's going to be over 70. That's all that really matters, is getting over 70, get that achievement. It'll sell fine. Like, it's going to make money because it's the only action game, right? Oh, well, we know, spoiler alert, we know it's over 70 because you can see I got the achievement there. All right, no, I was right. Low 80s. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be just fine. So now we are doing an adventure game. Is it worth doing a sequel to Fashion Quest? Absolutely not, in my opinion. So let's start afresh. Now we could do a spin-off here. We haven't done a spin-off yet. That's also an achievement. So like we could spin off Cyberstalkers, call it Cyber Quest instead, right? And make it an adventure game. So in case anybody's wondering, the difference between a sequel and a spin-off, a sequel needs to be the same genre, whereas a spin-off, you can change the genre, right? Now, I believe spin-off, you don't get quite as much like hype out of it as you would for the other one, right? Which makes sense. But it's still, I mean, it's worth it. We're trying to build up this IP, right? So doing spin-offs is great. Plus, we get the achievement for doing a spin-off. When does copy protection come out? Does it say? Doesn't say. All right, so most of these are extremely wrong. Or at least wrong. These are just not set for adventure game. So let's copy the settings we used from our adventure game way back in like whenever that was. All right, so let's check the letters for Fashion Quest. I feel like I haven't checked a letter in a while. So they want more story, they want more beginner friendly, better character design, and it's too easy. Too easy, okay? So where do I take points away? Obviously it needs to be up here. Oh, they also said beginner friendly, right? So we got to take away, so let's try here, here, and here. Yes. I feel like you'd want some length in an adventure game, wouldn't you? Maybe not. Turn on everything that applies. So this is definitely only going to be size B, right? We don't need to do B+. I mean, we could do B+, and the game would be marginally better if we did B+. Oh, you know what I didn't do, though? I didn't change the gameplay sliders that are at the bottom. That's on me. That's my bad. But that's also not the end of the world. So that's got 25 hype right out of the gate. So let's get that to 40. Oh, where are you at? CyberQuest. No, not TV. Radio. I mean, I can afford to do TV, but I'm trying to save money for console, right? I can't afford to be throwing away. Well, wouldn't really be throwing away. I can't afford to be investing 500,000 right now, right? That's a little too much. All right, so we said we were going to update Third Fantasy because it's kind of killing it. Like, remember how this was a B+ game and it was extremely expensive? It's already out of the red, and it's only been out for 9 weeks, right? So it's going to be plenty profitable. Takeover off the market, 1.4 million, almost 1.5 in profit. That's good. It's very good. Everything's coming together pretty well here. All right, so they don't really have anything to do right now, so let's publish some demos. Let's publish a demo for Biplane Battle. Let's do an update for Biplane Battle. Demo and an update around the same time. Well, I guess the demo. Ooh, Biplane Battle sold pretty well in week 2. But hey, it's because there's no other action games out there, right? Like, that matters. I feel like if I was to make... Oh, some employees complained they were too cold. Probably in this room, maybe? This person? So let's get this person a heater. Let's get the electric heater, the one that goes out in space. Space heater. There we go. And you know what? Let's throw a couple in the hall, even though people shouldn't be in the halls, right? Ooh, you know what I need to do, though? I completely forgot to do it. I need more cleaning robots. I want one in every building, preferably. Why won't he fit there? There we go. And then we can tell them not to move, right? We can tell them not to leave their building. That way they're more efficient at their job. Oh, I can't fit one in here, though. I messed up my door placement. Yeah. Oh, no, that works, apparently. Okay, never mind. And then we go into my options here. Sputnik cleaners cannot leave their building there. Because what happens if you do is, like, this guy will, like, try to clean something up way over here, and it takes him way too long, and it's just not good. You don't want that. So, all right, let's get CyberQuest out here. So we got to do special marketing first. Use a beta demo. Let's just bang out some work up here. No. Type of game we're going to be making next. Trend is going to change. Oh, God, still 51 weeks. Trend is going to be the same for quite some time yet. So probably do a skill game. Skill engine is definitely up to date. So let's just bang out some commission work. Yeah. No, I think that's the play. And pre-release for the press. Okay. 60 to 80. I mean, it's an adventure game. Adventure games are hard to make well this early. I'm hoping it'll end up being over 80, but I'm going to say upper 70s. All right, so let's once again try to get a game tester or two. Well, is there any game testers on the market now? Oh, there is some now. So there we go. Now we got some game testers. So we probably don't need to do that. But, I mean, hey, we know they come with a good trait. So, all right, plus 3% sales. Or 3% review score, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to say upper 70s for this. Or lower 80s, perfect. So it seems like 80 is kind of the floor at this point for a game, right? Anything under 80 is kind of a disappointment now. And we got two achievements there. An adventure game with a rating of at least 70 and create a spin-off. Beautiful. All right. That's going to be all for this one, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Consider supporting me on Patreon. Join my Discord. Check out my other channel. Links in the description down below to all those. Shout out to my patrons. Couldn't do it without you. Most importantly, be good to each other. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one.